Okay, here is a hopefully quick overview of the internal modifications and part swaps for my AEON Pro. I have a spring spacer in here. There's one on Thingiverse, and I don't know if you can really see, but I shrunk it by half. So it was listed as a plus 25 FPS spring spacer. I thought it looked kind of aggressive, so I shrunk it by half. It's kind of this orange thing you might or might not be able to see here, but that's in there. I have a trigger safety delete. In particular, the trigger safety on this is nefarious for me because I am left-handed and I kept bumping it on accident. I have a reduced size mag release, and the most notable thing is a brass breech. Now initially I had everything just done with electrical tape. I thought it was going okay, and it was for a little bit, but eventually the barrel came out of the plastic part here, so I have now affixed it with clear Gorilla Glue. There is still a bunch of, as you can tell, a bunch of electrical tape mostly for spacing, and the electrical tape on here is really just kind of out of paranoia more than anything else. I almost forgot to mention that I removed one of the locks. There is normally a lock that goes through here. Kind of looks like a combination of this hook thing and this clear piece with a rotational spring. And what it does is, when the breech is closed, you are able to pull the trigger, but when it's anywhere open, pressure is off, and this lock hooks in on the trigger right there. So this involves the removal of, I believe, one screw here, and then you have to kind of, if you don't want to break that in case you want to reverse it, you do have to open this white piece here with two screws. You can just slide the clear piece and the spring off. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about the exterior of the blaster. This is a 3D printed sight. Doesn't magnify or anything, just has a crosshair in there. This is from France Foamworks. There's a 3D printed T-pull here. Lovely, I like it. Do kind of that thing. There's a 3D printed grip here. There is a crack here, but I was able to use some adhesive on that, and it seems pretty solid now. Now, the most notable thing on the exterior is the barrel. I experimented with 5.5 inch and 6.5 inch of brass. I got the 5.5 inch from an Etsy shop that sells pre-made brass breeches for the AEON Pro that are 5.5 inches. And since I was cutting up a 1 foot length of brass, I thought I would try the 6.5 as well. I ended up going with the 6.5. It seemed more consistent. With the spacer and the brass, I'm getting roughly 180 to 200 FPS with most shots, which is quite nice. So the other thing I want to show you is how the barrel setup is. What we have here is the stock flash hider thing. I designed a 3D printed piece that will slide in there, and then this 3D printed piece is the perfect size to go between the brass and the worker rifled barrel. So that fits in there very snugly and centeredly. And there it is. That's everything.